ButtGhost, welcome to the Oval Office. Glad to have you here. How's it been? How's Hell Incorporated?
Mr. President, I'm so excited to be here. It's such a great honor, sir.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't you be excited to be here? I'm surprised Steve hasn't brought you along before. What is going on? Why does Steve bring you along?
Yeah, sorry, Mr. President. Steve just doesn't bring me along. I'm not an official ALW. I've asked him multiple times. I've been meeting with the other billionaires, but I want to be with you, Mr. President, all the time.
No worries, ButtGhost, no worries. From here on out, you have a direct line of communication with, me, President Donald Trump. So Steve has told me about the things you've been doing with global warming. Is that you? Has that been your design?
Oh, yes, Mr. President. I have a top priority at Hell Incorporated. Dad gave me that file, and I've done nothing this entire time. I mean, I know I got a camera show going on. You see my cameraman, but all I've cared about is global warming and how can I help you, Mr. President. That's been my entire goal the entire time. I'm like, warm up the world, warm it up for, whatever you need, I want to do it.
Oh, that's amazing to hear, ButtGhost. You are going to be one hell, you get it, hell of a president one day. President of your own company. I can't imagine.
Mr. President, that means the world you said that to me. I practically am running Hell Incorporated already. To be honest with you, Steve is essentially my number two. I'm surprised I'm not the ALW. But yeah, Dad needs to step down. He's get a little like Sleepy Joe. Get a little tired behind the wheel. No, don't tell him that though. But I really appreciate that, Mr. President. You have bestowed me some great honors so far. I appreciate you, sir.
Yeah. So, tell me, since I am a businessman, what are your new ideas? What do you have going for me?
Yeah, Mr. President, to be honest with you, TikTok, go viral. That's where I think the new age is going. Been making my own videos recently. Playing the Pong and different things like that. And I think going viral is where we need to be. And Mr. President, maybe I could help you with your TikTok page and get you going viral. What do you think about that, sir?
Going viral. On that app, TikTok, my son runs our page personally on it. So is that what you're doing for your dad? You're basically running the page for him? Is that what the plan is?
Well, Mr. President, unlike you, who's obviously in the know about TikTok and all the things, and I commend you on your son running the page, but Dad, he doesn't know anything about technology. Like I said, it's time for him to step down. It's time for a new big dog to enter the page. With your endorsement, Mr. President, saying I could be the president of the company, I feel like I'm already ready. So, yeah, Dad's he's not in that TikTok or TikTok. I think it's called TikTok, but they're just not cool like that, like you and me, Mr. President.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not as good on the TikTok as my son. Baroness, he's amazing. He makes the best videos. He helps all them trolls out there. Like Sleepy Joe, he's out sleeping. I don't sleep. I don't ever sleep. Even on Air Force One, I don't sleep. They tell me, Mr. President, you should sleep. I'm like, no, I don't want to sleep.
Oh, Mr. President, I even sleep. That's amazing. That's like your superpower, Mr. President. I think I need to start doing that. Kevin, take a note. No more sleep for the ButtGhost. I'm gonna get out like Mr. President here. Never sleep again.
Yes, it's great. So let me ask you. I've been. You see what I've done in the world lately, right? Have you seen what I've done with Maduro? Boo.
Oh, yes, I have, Mr. President. Bet you took all that oil, huh? Yeah, we don't have any oil down in hell, so no reason to send your soldiers to us, sir. If we had it, we'd give it to you. But I commend you on all that power, sir. I I bet they are just singing your praises down in Venezuela. Maybe you could, we can strike a deal, Mr. President. Maybe Helen Corporate needs some oil. I don't know. You're a good man, sir.
I have all his oil. All of his oil is mine now. Venezuela, they thank us. They praise my name. That was me. That was me. But what do you recommend I go after next?
Let me see, Mr. President. Let me see. Yeah, I have the same globe, Mr. President. It's crazy. Right here, Mr. President. Iran. That's who you go after, sir. They have ungodly amounts of oil, sir, and they have the Strait of Hormuz. What about building your own strait, sir? Like the Panama Canal, except it'll be the Trump Canal. What do you think of that, sir?
Oh, what a great idea! More oil. I should go after Iran next. Get that oil. Their leader, the Alokatuku, whatever his name is. I don't really care. He will be nothing when I'm done with it. He will be nothing but dust. Dust in the wind, as they like to say.
Yeah, Mr. President, there's definitely nothing that you and your power and your amazing military could do. I have no doubt, sir.
Oh, of course. I'm so glad you're on it. Steve was warning me against it, saying, I think, don't go after the Ayatollah Ababu, because the Ayatollah Ababu is the supreme leader of Iran. I was like, listen, maybe that went with Sleepy Joe, maybe Obama Hussein Ababu, but not with me, President Trump, because I'm here about making America great. And that means more oil for our country. Drill, baby, drill.
Mr. President. Yeah, Steve not wanting to go after the Ayatollah is not surprising, Mr. President, Steve, yes, I'm talking about you, Steve, lackeys, right? Yeah, he doesn't have the gumption, Mr. President. That's why you need to work with me, sir. I have the power. Yes, sir. Drill, baby, drill. I love it, I think we should drill in Hell Incorporated. Maybe we should instill that. Drill, baby, drill. Steve, that's our new slogan. Yeah, he's basically my secretary, if I'm being honest with you, Mr. President.
I'm glad. Do you have your own catch lines, ButtGhost?
Slogan. The slogan you say, yes, sir. I like to say, things are fluid, as one would say. What do you think of that, sir?
I love it. I love that idea. Things are fluid, as you would say. Things are always fluid. And actually, I'm going to steal that from you. Just so you know, ButtGhost, things are fluid. That is my new, that is Prezi T's new saying.
Mr. President, it would be an honor for you to use things are fluid, sir. By all means, it is now your saying.
Have you, do you have a lady in your life? You're such a nice gentleman. Do you have a lovely lady in your life?
Yes, sir. She's, you might have heard of her, sir. She's, songwriter, billionaire, beautiful woman, the great Sir Taylor Swift.
Oh! She's a horrible young woman. She's basically like, have you heard of that Greta Thunberg? She's such an angry young woman. Always yelling, always screaming. What she really needs is just needs to go away. Just go away.
Oh, Mr. President, I knew she had her flaws, but I didn't know you thought so much of her. I definitely will take that into consideration, Mr. President. That Greta Thunberg, just so you know, sir, that was Steve's idea, sir. He actually went and hired her, and he's the one that convinced her to talk at that summit. I told him, sir, we wanted to rise the greenhouse gases, but he did that against me. Yes, Mr. President, that was all Steve. And, we don't have to worry about Tay-Tay anymore. Miss Swift, sorry.
ButtGhost, you should find you a better woman. There's there's a lovely lady, I believe, she has great genes. Sydney Sweeney, she's MAGA. You should really look at her. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not telling you to do with your love life, but maybe City Sweeney's the more route for you, my friend.
Mr. President, I've never heard of this Sydney Sweeney, but Mr. President, if you recommend her, sir, it is definitely something I'll look into. To be honest with you, Mr. President, I honestly, me and Taylor Swift are kind of on our outs anyway, and Steve's the one that, he got tickets to her concert, and he just loves her, and he even has a magazine of her, sir. Yeah, I know. But, City Sweeney, sir, I will definitely something I'll look into, sir. Any woman that supports you, Mr. President, is a woman for me.
So let me ask you something, ButtGhost, because Steve, and, I tell him about Cuba, and he's over here like, oh, the devil and Fidel used to be real close, and I'm like, listen, Steve, I understand, but this is America first, and even though you are Hell Incorporated, we all are about America, so give me your thoughts on Cuba. What do you think?
Mr. President, Dad was a big supporter of Fidel and communism. He loved, Russia, North Korea. He was a fan of them. But I personally, I'm like, no, I'm with President. If I can call you President, sir, you do that. But I'm with you, sir. I'm like a young bull, sir. I'm ready to get my horns and take first, America first. I'm all about you, Mr. President. Cuba, 53rd state, right after Canada and Greenland. What about, I don't know if you know this, sir, I have Marky Mark in my back, and I think you have a Marky Mark too, right? Little Mark is what they call him. Little Mark Rubio, is that his name, sir, correct? Yeah, you should send him, sir. I think he'd be great for you.
Little Marky, what a great idea. Little Marky, I will send him to Cuba, boo-boo, and have them figure out, basically be like, I'm basically saying, listen, we're just going to take you. Welcome to America. Have you ever done that, ButtGhost? Have you ever ran a country of your own?
Yes, Mr. President, I have run to beautiful countries, sir. Atlantis was at its prime, and Rome was amazing. And sadly, Mr. President, both did fail, but it wasn't my fault, sir. They were running great until something else happened. Some things.
What do you? Oh, Atlantis. Oh, Atlantis and Rome. That is. I understand. Did you have a Sleepy Joe take over for you? Is that what happened? That's what happened. That's what's happened to you, ButtGhost. That's what happened to me. See, I had 4 great years, and they stole the election and gave Sleepy Joe my country. When they come after you, that's just what happens. I understand, my friend.
Yes, sir. Speaking of Sleepy Joe, I had a Sleepy Steve. Yeah, I let Steve take over for a little bit, and he fell asleep at the wheel like your Sleepy Joe. You have a Sleepy Joe. I had a Sleepy Steve. I'm actually surprised Dad even lets you be, your liaison, sir. But now that you have me, don't worry, sir. I'll be here all the time. But let's pivot. Let's pivot if we can, Mr. President. I have a proposition for you. I told you I'm first name basis with Jeffrey or Mr. Bezos, as you may know him, sir. Yeah, he would like the moon, sir, and I told him I'd broker a deal with you so he could get the moon. He wants to ship. He wants to do 2-day shipping from the moon to Earth, and then 3-day shipping from the moon to Mars. For when Elon, Mr. X himself, starts that colonization, sir. Is that something we can work out, sir?
The moon. Bezos, you saying Jeffy boy wants the moon. Mr. Today Shipping himself wants the moon.
Yes, sir. Bezos wants the moon. He practically begged me in his office, Mr. President. He said, ButtGhost, you're amazing. Can you please broker a deal with President Trump? I said, Jeffrey, for anything I will try. Is that something we can do, Mr. President?
I don't know if I can give him the moon, ButtGhost. I have big plans with the moon. I have a big plans. Drill, baby, drill. I'm gonna drill that H3 right off that moon. That's America first. But for you, my friend, for you, the ButtGhost, I will make you Emperor of the Moon. How does that sound?
Mr. President, that is amazing, sir. I'm sorry. That is such an amazing honor. I am going to wear that name as a title. Kevin, from now on, you address me as Emperor and Emperor only. Emperor of the Moon, Mr. President. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Emperor, that is now your new official title. Steve, make sure you document that for me. ButtGhost is now the Emperor of the Moon.
Mr. President, after you give me this great title as Emperor of the Moon, if I may ask one more thing of you, sir, I would love to do the dance that made you famous on the election trail. Can we dance to more cowbell? And if you don't mind, sir, can Steve do it with us? He loves to dance, sir.
ButtGhost, what an amazing idea. Steve, why don't you get that cowbell for the song, and let's get started. Let's start the party for the new Emperor of the Moon.